Hi, I'm Topher with Seahawk Media. Everybody wants a faster website, but one of the things that people most often do to slow down their own website without even knowing it is to use images that are not optimized for the web. I'm talking about the size of it both on the screen and the file size. I'm going to show you some tips on how to make optimized images. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is image dimensions, which is different from file size. It's how big it looks on the screen. When you upload an image, WordPress makes several sizes. There's a thumbnail, which is 150 by 150, always. There's a medium, which is 300 on its longest side. Large, which is 1024 on its longest side. And then there's the full size. And there's one more, which was announced in this blog post, called scaled. If you upload a very large image, then it creates one called dash scaled that is no larger than 2560 on its longest side. Then the original gets stored on the file system, but never gets used on your website. That means it's really just taking up drive space. So I recommend resizing your images, if you can, before you upload to no bigger than 2560. And my favorite tool for that is the GIMP, which is a free photo editor. And it looks like this. I use it all the time. It's really easy to resize images with it. And it works on Windows, Mac, and Linux, so you can run it on just about any computer. So that helps you get dimensionally sized images that look good on your website. But it doesn't necessarily define file size, and that's what helps them download quickly. So let's talk about that real quick. But once you've sized them, you need to choose the right size on your web page. We're here in WordPress, and here's an image that I uploaded earlier. And if you click this gear here, you can choose the resolution. So there's the thumbnail at 150 by 150. There's medium, 300 by 300. Actually, it's a little shorter than 300, so it's 300 wide. Then there's the large, and then there's full size. And this is a little misleading. This is actually the scaled version. So even though it says full, it's the scaled version. Now, you can, under this one, change the sizes that it looks like. And you can do it by dragging right here as well. So I've made it so it looks smaller. But it's still using the full-size image. And so it may look small on your screen, but you're still downloading a much larger image. So if you really want one that small, I recommend you go to the large version, or even medium. Now, this is bigger than 300, so that got a little bit blurry there. So large is the right choice here. So once you have uploaded your image and you've put it on your page, make sure you choose the right size here. But now let's talk about file size and visual quality. I made this blog post not too long ago, and it points out that there are, for a long time, there were three main file types. There's JPEG, which has wonderful file compression, but if you compress too far, the image gets kind of ugly. Then there's GIF, which is quite old and can do kind of transparency, but also does great animation. We're also familiar with animated GIFs. And then there's PNG, or PNG, which has great visual quality and can do wonderful transparency, but the file size is terrible. This is 8 megabytes just for this image. But fortunately, not too long ago, Google invented a new version called WEBP, and you can see it right here. And it combines the best of all of them. It has great file compression. You can see it's more than half the size, less than half the size of the JPEG. It has lossless quality like PNG, so it looks beautiful. And it can do transparency like PNG, full transparency, and animation like GIF. And so you get all of the best parts of all of them. Now, because of the combination of the small file size and the great quality, I recommend WebP for basically everything on the web. If you're putting an image on the web, you should use WebP. But your phone doesn't make WebP, and a lot of images you download are not in WebP. So you need to convert them, and you can do it with the GIMP. It's just one of the save options. But I recommend a plugin for WordPress called Simo. Now, this is a unique plugin because it does the work in your browser before you upload the image. So what you're uploading is an already compressed file. So you're not uploading a giant one and then having it fixed on the server. You're fixing it on your machine and then uploading the proper one. And it can even deal with the scaled image size issue. You can limit what you upload to the scaled size, even if what you said to upload was a giant one from your phone. This is a free plugin, and it works great. I can't think of a reason not to do it. So to summarize, the two big issues that I recommend dealing with for optimizing your images are uploading the proper image size. Use the GIMP or any other tool you wish, but just don't upload giant images. And then convert them to WebP because they're great. They're fast and they're beautiful. And don't forget, even if you upload the right one, choose the right one in WordPress.